Good morning, Tottenham fans. Geez, I haven't been on for 4 or 5 days. I've had that RSV virus that's spreading around the UK at the moment. It's completely hit me for six. I still feel really fatigued today. Still got a cough and sniffles, so apologise if I cough halfway through this. But yeah, it's not nice. If you feel like you're catching a virus or something like that, please don't go to your elderly nan or granddad's house because they could kill them off. It's really affects your breathing as well. It's horrible. I don't wish it upon anybody. It's worse than COVID, but they're not calling this a pandemic, are they? So anyway, I needed to take a break from Spurs anyway, to be honest, because it was becoming very toxic, very depressing. Tottenham fans are going against each other, ripping each other apart. None of us are standing together. None of us are standing strong. We're all fighting, nitpicking about silly little things, and yeah, it's becoming laughable, really. To other fans are laughing at us now. We all used to laugh at AFTV when they used to have meltdowns. Now they're all laughing at us. So it's not good, not good at all. Something needs to change massively. Today, I want to talk about my views on Ange Postecoglou, how badly toxic this is all becoming. The Everton match, because I didn't even get a chance to talk about that, and what happened after the Everton match, I want to speak about too. I want to speak a little bit about the transfer window and the reason why I support the managers and players, the reason why I do it, because I'll explain it later on in the video about that. So my views on Ange Postecoglou, right? Listen, he's been dealt a very bad hand. Yeah, he's had so much gone wrong. It's unreal. Yeah, some things we can't protect him on, like some of the decisions he makes. Like let's give for example the Everton match. Yeah, when he played a back three, we've had no chance of training a back three, but he tried it anyway. Completely went wrong. It's a very, very bad mistake. Maybe he fell to the pressures of everyone saying he needs to play more pragmatic, which didn't work, did it? And when you're training a certain way all for 18 months and then try and change it last minute, it's not going to work. But the thing that frustrated me the most is you had Archie Gray sitting there ready to play in the number 6 and he didn't do it, and I couldn't believe it. I just couldn't believe it. And that's one of the things that really grated on me that day, was just put him in the 6 and just see what he can do. If you're trusting him in centre back, but you can't trust him in his actual position, it's unreal. I just couldn't believe it. But yeah, he's been dealt a lot of bad luck. Like his reserve striker, his sub striker, Richarlison, was coming in just to, ease the burden on Solanke, and then bang, Solanke gets injured a day before Richarlison returns. How unlucky is that, Like I said, regardless of all that, he's not you can't unblame him for everything. Like, there's a lot of things he's done that's annoyed a lot of people. I understand that a lot of people want you out. This channel is for both kinds of people. If you want him out, you can have a conversation with me and I'll have a conversation with you. For me now, like, my thoughts on him now is, if he left tomorrow, he left tomorrow. Like, I wouldn't be like crying or anything like that. I'm not trying to protect him or trying to say that he's the Messiah or anything like this. I'm not trying to say that. 15th in the league is not good enough at all. I understand that. But the reason why I support the manager and the players is because that's what support means. Call me old school or whatever you want to call me. And people that are older than me might even understand this as well. When you support somebody or something in your life, even if it's not football, you support them through the bad too, because otherwise all you're doing is supporting somebody or something when they're going well. That's easy to do. That's easy to support somebody when things are going well, when you're happy and everything's going all right. That's easy. When they need you the most, that's when you should support the most. That's when you should be there. That's the reason why I do this thing. This is the reason why I do big them up and back them up and predict higher finishes in the league. Yes, I can be wrong. God, everybody's wrong at something at some point. But there's no need to jump down. Like, after the Everton game, there was no need to start shouting wanker, wanker, wanker to, like, And I don't care what those fans were saying. Sonny was standing there and they were shouting it. He himself, you could tell by his face, thought it was aimed at him. And but even though, like, even that, even if it's not Sonny and you're aiming it at all the players and the manager and all that, why? What do you think that's going to make them want to play for us even more? Do you think that's going to, oh, he called me a wanker, so now I'm going to go out there next week and I'm going to play even better? It was a very, very poor performance. It was rubbish. It was probably, I don't know, Tamworth was worse, but it was a very poor performance. And yeah, it's not on. It's not right. They shouldn't be playing like that. There's a lot of reasons behind it. Maybe there's a lot of things probably going behind the scenes that we don't know about. But they're human beings with families, and to just shout abuse at them, I just can't accept that. You know, when let's say, let's do it in real life. If your wife is when you first meet your wife, the first couple of years, you're happy, everything's going well, but then something happens, and all of a sudden she's not happy, she's becoming depressed, whatever, and you wash your hands from her because you think, oh, not happy anymore, I'm leaving. Or would you support her? Would you try and get her through it? Because that's what support means. I don't understand all of this. If I shout, call the club out, if I call the board out, if I call the manager out, then things will change, then everything will get better. It never has done in the last 40 years. That's never worked. Can you remember in 2000 and 2008 when we won the League Cup? That year we finished 11th in the league, by the way. There was no toxicity in the club with the fans. I used to speak to a lot of Tottenham fans back then as well. We were all together. Rival fans were laughing at us for being bottom half of the table, but we were laughing at them because we were still in the cups and we were going to try and win a trophy, which we ended up doing. Then we ended up laughing at our rival fans because we won a trophy, and we all stuck together and was all happy that we lifted the trophy that year. There was no toxicity like there is now. Like, it's crazy, but it's still in all the cups as well. And the amount of abuse that's been spread around between ourselves, by the way, like between the Tottenham community. When are we going to finally all stick together? It's ridiculous. It's like scoring points. I was right. Tottenham are crap. Are you happy that you was right about Tottenham being crap? It's ridiculous. It's just, for me, it's becoming so childish that even making these videos now, for me, is becoming very frustrating, because it feels like that you have to, like, defend yourself every time you say, I support my club. I'm not defending myself for supporting my club. I just want to get behind them, clap them when they do well, and cheer them on to give them motivation when they're not doing so well. That's what support means to me. I don't know if what it means to you guys, but you know, and if Ange eventually does get sacked, he'll get sacked. You know, we don't need to push it. The results will play for itself. Like, if Ange keeps losing, he will get sacked anyway. There's no need to, like, shout your mouths off. Daniel Levy's not stupid. If it starts becoming a relegation form, which it already is, by the way, we're like bottom 3 in form, I think, or something. Levy will give him the chop. You don't have to hurl abuse every 5 minutes. It doesn't work. It doesn't change anything. All it does is just make the toxicity even worse than it was before. Now, quickly on the transfer window, I think it's day 22 or 23 now. I've lost track of days because I've been ill for the last week or so, but we've still not signed anybody apart from a goalkeeper, no outfield players. So when the board are saying that they support Ange, it doesn't really look like it to me. We could turn out to sign 5 players today. I don't think so, though. And we needed them last week. You know, we needed them against Arsenal. We needed them against Everton. You know, we're dropping points. We're dropping players like Fly, Solanke, Basuma are now out as well. It's becoming... you know, we're going to have 11 available players soon. And soon, when somebody gets injured, we're going to have to play with 10 men because it's getting that bad now, you know, or play with all our under 21 players. It's really, really bad at the moment. Things are really bad. I really hope they can turn around. If Ange is here, if Ange is not, I really hope Ange can turn it around. I really do. That'll be, what a story that would be if he can turn it around and win a trophy this season. And now shove it to all those people that keep bloody, you know, abusing all the time. God, go out and get a life. Stop abusing people. Anyway, Let me know what your thoughts are.